Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Starcraft 2, Heart of the Swarm on Series AG. We got one evolution mission left for the Ultralisks. So maybe I should actually use them in the next mission, because I kind of ignored them in the last one. Anyway, there was enough air stuff in the last mission I couldn't have afforded to just go mass Ultras with nothing else, but combined arms, I need to bring in the Ultralisk. They're our best, probably, unit.
Ultralisk strain ready for augmentation. Dominion laboratory discovered on core hull. Experimenting on Ultralisks. Able to turn research against them.
That's kind of an ongoing theme. You go into these Terran bases and there's a big Ultralisk chained up inside. Anyway, we're going to choose between the Noxious Strain, heavy melee assault unit, releases a poisonous explosion that damages enemy ground units, or the Tauroresk Strain, which you might remember from Starcraft Brood War. Heavy melee assault unit enters a cocoon upon death and revives after a short period. I think I found the Noxious one more fun to play around with on normal, but I believe the players will tell you to get a Tauroresk because it's very efficient use of resources because they're very hard to kill off permanently. I mean, you can keep them going for a long time. Unless you just send them in when they're completely mismatched and get killed twice really quickly.
Dominion Xeno Research Facility, Metis.
Can't we just say we're continuing to attack Korhal?
Capture. Can use.
Mengsk certainly wants to keep us out, but we can use his own specimens against him. An Ultralisk. I could do a lot with this one. Hear me, Ultralisk.
Hey, lady.
Fight to the door. Kill anything in your path.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Thanks. Thanks for telling me.
Security Squad 4, what is going on in there?
Oh, it's frenzied, so it's immune to snare, stun, and mind control. Oh, we got like a little mini no-build mission here.
There. Destroy that containment cell and free those Ultralisks.
Sure. And they'll join Team Ultralisk.
Toxic compound released. Great potential. Bonding to Ultralisk sequences.
To turn them into the Toxic Avengers.
Noxious strain releases poisonous explosion. Damages enemies in target area.
Give enemy guns time damage per second. Yeah, this is. I mean, it's good. There would be no reason not to take this if this was the only thing being offered,
I want this facility under
but like a
control
lot of these
now.
bonuses, it appears really good when used against the smallest, most fragile units the enemy has. A lot of these bonuses, they showcase them by having you fight Zergs.
Specimens, or the Emperor will have your head. It burns!
Burns, brother.
What are you people doing? Shoot them!
I did lose one. I wasn't really microing at all, I was just kind of letting the fights happen. But this is all you had to do, I believe. Oh no, never mind, there's more. No, never mind, that was it. I was trying to figure out how we were expected to get through all that. Because even without all the enemies, those sandbags don't look like you're allowed to come over them. And now, not only is the one that I killed back, but we found a fourth buddy along the way.
Outskirts of August Grad. Military housing. Supply center.
Oh, it's the PX.
Facility must be destroyed. Experimental nuclear weapons produced within.
Okay, so they drop down really quickly and the enemy doesn't have a shit ton of time to get out of the way before they hit.
Secure the passage.
So they're experimental. Okay, so these are just back to being regular Ultralisks. Okay, well that's kind of fun that they...
Ultralisk incoming!
Fire the warhead. Now.
Sir, it's still experimental. We don't know what it'll do.
Fire the damn warhead now.
Oh, I got one of them out. Right, they're all alive.
Analyzing damage. Radioactive compound infecting Ultralisk.
Make use of it.
Make use of me.
Integrating with atrophied evolutionary path. Ultralisk strain Torask resuscitates dead tissue, revives creature.
So
Press on. We continue the assault.
basically, if they die, you gotta press forward or relieve them because they die every 60 seconds they can come back, but then they're dead.
What are these ugly things?
You should probably stay airborne, friend. Just throwing that out there.
Put those monsters down and keep them down.
Cocoon forms upon death will revive momentarily.
It got back up. Oh, that ain't right.
It's a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. Alright, so you don't really have the time for this nonsense in a regular old mission. Like, maybe against another human, you could bring him back to base and retreat. Same thing going in a campaign, but probably you'll just be pressing forward. But, yeah. Like, you could just back up and let your regen come back.
Another warhead.
He hasn't really figured out that these warheads aren't helping.
I will turn this city into a radiated ruin if I have to. Another warhead.
Probably want to, well, this one could be regenerated again. We got any cool secrets down here from just wasting time. Nah, just wasting time, basically. Okay.
Additional Ultralisks ready.
I was wondering if we were going to get more. Usually they make these fairly unlosable. And normally you wouldn't have like 8 or 9 Torarisks probably going at a time. What complete? I don't know, but we destroyed the weapons facility anyway.
Facility destroyed. Experimental weapon production no longer possible.
High five.
We'll prepare Ultralisk sequence. Returning to Evolution Pit.
You do that, Avatar.
Sequences ready for integration. Await decision.
We got the Noxious strain. Emits Noxious cloud that deals 5 damage per second to enemy ground units. Toxic blast deals 20 damage to enemy ground units and structures. And cools down 10 seconds. Dominion compound. Interesting. Scientists desired to pacify a swarm and have really created potent toxin deadly to any non-Zerg entity. Noxious strain bonded permanently to toxins. Emits this poisonous vapor capable of channeling toxins and releasing in controlled blasts through vents in carapace. Or Ultralisk. Enters a chrysalis when killed. After a short period is reborn as a new Ultralisk. Rebirth cooldown 60 seconds. Simulator of the infectious compound. Provided key to evolution Ultralisk strain. Process requires exorbitant energy. Once produced by overmind now energy. Result of tissue being devoured by compound. Upon death, Ultralisk strain enters cocoon. Uses energy to resuscitate tissues. Extremely resilient. The noxious ones do a lot of damage, but the Tauresks, I think I got noxious when I played through on normal and I had fun with them, but I think just throwing them out there and having them stay alive, particularly if you got Zerglings, Hydras, and other things to distract the enemy from focus firing on the Chrysalis, I just think that's a good idea. Besides, that's the one from Brood War. I usually think it's fun to use the Brood War units.
Evolution complete.
Big multiples. Goodness. And they still have tissue assimilation. Gains like equal to 40% of all damage dealt from normal attacks. I could instead go for Burrow. I could go for Monarch Blades. But honestly, if it's draining life and it can revive, like I just feel like it's able to sponge up a lot of punishment. I think Tauresks in the front with Hydras or Roaches behind them would be a great combination. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. When we come back next time, we are going to be pushing on to do more damage.
Your broods are ready, my queen.
Uh-huh.
The invasion of Augustgrad begins at your command.
We'll be pushing in to whoop up on those who were mean to us in the past. I'm the Mysterious JG, thanks for watching. Join me next time as we continue to try to get revenge on Minsk.